good for you.
Hi, my name is Sue Skasker with Vermont Volunteer Services for Animals Humane Society, and welcome to our show For the Animals. Today is part 2 of a series that we've recorded in St. Johnsbury at the Stephen Hunick Art Gallery. It's a celebration of Gwen Hunick's deceased husband, Stephen, who is a world-renowned artist and very big animal lover. I've met 2 friends today. You know, with animals, you make friends instantly, and one person's name is Shelah Vogel from Newport Center, and Sheila's here with her dogs. Who's who?
This is Salvador, this is George, and this is Allie.
This is Kylie. Kylie is our producer, Andrea DeVito's niece, and thank you, Kylie, for coming on the show and holding on to Salvador. Okay, Sheila, tell me about the dogs, because when we spoke earlier, I said, I like your story, let's do this.
These are all geriatric rescues. That is pretty much what I specialize in. It's just something that I feel compelled to do. He was 12 when I took him. He's 14 now. He's blind and deaf, and he has thyroid issues. He was rescued from a hoarder that had 97 dogs in a single wide trailer. I don't think he got much individualized attention.
This is in the state of?
This was in Virginia, yes. Allie was rescued from a kill shelter in Los Angeles and had lived at Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Utah for 4 years, and I volunteered there, and she was very, very damaged psychologically and emotionally and required an awful lot of patience and work, and I had her shipped to Virginia.
You have to tell the story of how it came to happen. And also, what medicines was she on?
She was on psychotropic medication like Haldol and lithium because she was pretty much psychotic. She had apparently been abused and neglected, and was also in a kennel environment in the shelter for far too long. Shepherds are very sensitive, and they require a purpose. They do much better in a home. And I volunteered there for 2 weeks 6 years ago, and I worked with her a little bit, and I could see improvement already in just a few days. And I made the mistake of making the comment that if I didn't live 3,000 miles away and hadn't flown from Norfolk, Virginia to Las Vegas, rented a car and driven 4 hours into the canyons of Utah, that I would take this dog home with me. And they politely informed me that for a tidy sum, they could ship her to me on a Continental Pet Safety flight. And I'm just thrilled to report that it was 6 years ago. She's no longer on any medications, and she's not psychotic anymore.
She did really well with the animals here today, didn't she?
Oh, I am a little overprotective, and I've never let her off a leash, and that's my problem because I'm so overprotective. But I let her off the leash here today, and she's had the best time ever, and she stays right with us. She is just wonderful.
You know, there was a dog as we were up at the pond, Jack, and Jack was on leash, and the other dogs were coming up to him. Did you see that? And Jack would turn and growl, and I said, you know, I'll bet you if you let him off the leash, he's going to behave much differently. They let him off, and he was fine. You know, he did the dog interactive thing without being threatened.
I took some training classes at Best Friends, and they taught us about that. Fences, gates, leashes, sometimes they act like if they could get to you, they would tear you apart. It's called barrier aggression. They're not angry at you, they're angry at the barrier, be it a leash or a gate or a fence.
Right.
Yes, yes. No, she did wonderfully, just wonderfully.
Tell me about this guy.
This little fellow is a Beagle and Basset mix. He was approximately 9 when I took him. A family in Virginia had him for 7 or 9 years. They had children, and they moved, and they rented a house that didn't accept pets, and they dropped him at a local pound, and he was scheduled for euthanasia. He's about 15 now, and he is the best dog in the world. He charms everybody, everywhere he goes. He has quite a fan club, quite a following, and he's just a pure delight. He's excellent.
Did he go in the water?
No, he does occasionally. Bassets and Beagles are not the best swimmers, I'm told. But he likes to splash around a little bit. But there's something very rewarding about taking the older ones that no one's
That's what
wants.
drew me to you, that you're rescuing geriatric dogs. And you know, I would take a geriatric dog any day. You know, they're like seniors. citizens. I mean, they're full of wisdom. They are beautiful. And how about the little guy? Tell me the story.
He was rescued from the hoarder that had 97 dogs in a single wide trailer, in boxes, in cupboards, and under beds. He is blind and deaf, and he has thyroid issues. He has to take medication twice a day. And he's the best little thing. All my friends say he's perfect. He's faultless. He housebroke himself. He lets you know if he has to go out. He doesn't yip. He doesn't bark. He loves other dogs, cats. He's just so happy just to be. Just he swims. He hikes. He runs. His blindness, his deafness, and none of his other maladies hold him down. They're quite an inspiration, really. And it's almost impossible to ever be depressed around them, because they're so happy about the simplest little things, and about just to be loved and have a nice place to live, and to live in Vermont. They're thriving.
And you were saying about the climate in Vermont, how it was much more conducive to their mental state of being.
Oh yes, they breathe better, they feel better, they run, they play, they're just thriving in Vermont. I retired a year ago, and part of the reason I moved up here was for them, because I would bring them up and they would just thrive and just be so. They swim, they hike, they kayak. We're in the market now for life preservers, because I didn't know how they would feel in a kayak out on the water, and they love it. So,
speaking of that, Kylie, your dog. Do you go out on the water with your dogs?
I hope he's.
Well, a couple, like maybe a year ago or something, we had her out on the dock on a leash, and we let her off the leash, but like only on the dock, because everybody had to watch her so she wouldn't run away. But she was on the dock and she saw some ducks, and she would dart straight off the dock and to get out the ducks. She did it 3 times before I got her to stop.
What kind is she?
She's a Yorkie.
Okay.
how funny, a little dog.
She's precious.
Ducks.
She's a talker. You had mentioned that you're going to acquire another dog soon.
Yes, there's a little beagle in Plattsburgh at the Adirondack Humane Society that is, you can tell from this picture, he's quite old, and they've had him quite a while, and they said that no one is interested in him again because of his age. They find out how old he is, and no one's interested, and I'm planning on going and getting him next week. Everyone wants puppies, and that's fine for young people. I was working when I started really rescuing, and I wasn't home during the day, and puppies need to be housebroken, and there's a chewing period, and I find, since I have a little age on me, that their energy level and is more suited to mine, and they just don't require much, just a little love, a little attention, and I dote on them more than you really should have to. I cook for them, and
Do you?
yes, I do.
It.
I cook all kinds of grains and Allie, get over here.
Allie.
15 years, ready to jump.
She has no idea how old she is.
That's right, it's just a state of mind. I'm just going to run this by you just because I think everything for a reason. A girlfriend of mine passed away 11 weeks ago, and her 2 dogs have gone to a very good facility in Vermont, and it is, closed door. So they don't have, one waiting to go out to be euthanized before they accept another. But one dog is 10, Shepherd Cross, and just, how they're so intelligent. And the other one is a Google Cross, and they are so devoted to each other. But they have to go together, and it's proving to be the hardest placement because just what you said, people don't want older dogs.
No.
So I'm just going to make sure that I send you a picture.
Oh yes,
of these
please,
2 dogs.
absolutely.
They're just wonderful. They really are. And in fact, Heidi, the shelter director, said, saying goodnight to the dogs at night. The only 2 that break her heart are saying goodbye to these 2 because they were so devoted to my friend that passed. So everything for a reason. So on that, thank you very much for watching our show For the Animals, and please join us. We have something very exciting on October 20th. We're going to have the Dog Whisperer, Susan Milan in Vermont.
Oh my gosh, that's very exciting. Oh my gosh.
We're checking out locations right now, but it looks like it's going to be in Stowe, Vermont. So please keep checking our website, and as soon as we have confirmation, we'll let you know. And thank you very much for joining us. So, you're a fan of Caesar's?
Yes, yes. I felt such a kinship. The first time I read his first book, The Dog Whisperer, it's an inherent gift that he has. This is not a learned thing. This is nothing he's cultivated.
Right.
He is just gifted. He really has a communication and he understands them, and no cruelty, and he usually lets his other dogs, he very much understands the pack thing, train new dogs.
I love to see the show. Kylie, do you get it? The television show where he takes the dogs and they go running.
Yeah.
Off leash. All of these dogs that were supposed to be destroyed for being aggressive, he runs through the Hollywood Hills with them all off leash.
Yeah.
And he's just living proof every time he does this. That,
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a really aggressive or mean dog. It's how you handle them and how you treat them.
Exactly. What's his motto? He rehabilitates dogs and trains
the people.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It should be exciting. I'm really looking forward to meeting him.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's wonderful.
Well,
He's wonderful.
We're looking at different venues now, so as soon as we know, we'll get that up.
Yes, that's so exciting.
I watch all Caesar Milan's things, and I tried to read his book, but yeah.
Do you have his book?
No.
Okay. I understand he has a book out, but I think it's going to be exciting to see him. What we're hoping for is he's going to do a lecture, and then the following morning, if it works, a big dog walk.
Oh,
Wouldn't
wonderful.
this be the perfect place for a dog walk?
Yes. It's his first book that I was so crazy about. He's had some subsequent I haven't read yet, but the first one is just, it's magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a place I would love to go. I mean, I'm drawn to pits. I mean, I just love the problem, the bad rap dogs that are, of course.
And that's what he
Yes.
gravitates towards. Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
Caesar Milan, coming to Vermont soon.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
And another exciting thing coming up for BBSA on September 8th. We're having Calling All Angels and Animal Expo in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. It's going to be metaphysical and animal expo. We have some awesome people lined up already, but that's going to be from 10 until 5 at the Quail Hollow Senior Citizen Community Center. We'll have more information coming up on that. Gwen Hunick had made a comment, and she asked us to pass along that Dog Mountain is a perfect place to bring dogs that need to be socialized and rehabbed, where they get an interaction with other animals in a very safe, welcoming environment. So I suggest you definitely check out Dog Mountain in St. Johnsbury.
Out of sight.
But it's lucky, isn't it?
Come on, bring it here. I'll get him right in a minute. Here, drop.
Got it.
Good boy. Ready? On you go.
Oh, Dad, that's way up out of the ballpark.
He's like, "Whoa!" Yeah, puppy.
Drop.
Ah, he's climbing.
Sorry.
Fitz needs a little head start. Good boy, Fritz.
Yes! I'm victorious!
All right, Otto, bring it here. Good boy. Good boy. You guys ready? No, wait, go. No, wait, go.
Boy, he's handsome. Wants to play.
That's all he's interested in is fetching. How close did you get?
That's all right. I'm just going to tell him that
He's great.
At dusk, there came a turning. There was a moment when all was known. You could feel beauty rising on the breeze that shapes the stone. And I would ride upon the breeze that shapes the stone, across the sky and beyond, to that place where all is known, when I could fly.